Welcome to this video, everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a basic parallax effect using HTML and CSS only. I'm not going to use JavaScript, just to keep it simple for you all. And right here, you see inside of the body tag, I don't have any content yet, but we are going to add a section. So we are going to add two sections actually. So this is the first section, and I'm going to give it a class name. So I'll call it Parallax. So Parallax section. All right. So this is the Parallax section, and I'm going to give it an ID. So this will be section 1. All right. So this is the first section, and then we are going to add another section. So this is going to have the same exactly the same attributes, except I will change the ID to number 2. And you could have more than two sections, so it's up to you how many sections you want to add to your HTML web page. But I only have two sections. All right, I'll just keep this video short. And inside of this section, I'm going to add a div with the class. I'll call it content, because this will be the content of our parallax. So this will be coffee, for example, and let me include this in an h1 element. So this will be coffee. All right, and I'm gonna copy that div, and I'm going to place it in the second section. So I'll change this one to cake. So you see we have two sections now, and it's time to style it. So inside of the head, so this is the head tag, I have the style attribute ready. So I'm ready to style my parallax, and let's get started. But before I do that, I would like to set the HTML and everything to 0. So for example, I can say right here, I can say HTML, comma, body, and I'm going to set the margin to 0. So margin : 0. All right. So I don't want to have any margin around my web page, just to keep it nicer. And now we are going to select these. So I'm going to say, for example, hashtag section 1, and I'm going to open two curly braces. So I'm going to change the background image. I'm going to say URL and two single quotes. So // and I'm going to go to the images folder, and the first one is coffee. So let me choose the coffee image, and I'm going to copy this just to and paste it. So this will be the second section. You see it will have the same background now, but this one is cake. So I'm going to change that to cake image. All right, so I have that there. Now it's time to style this section, so or the parallax. So to do that, we can use the dot, and then we are going to copy the parallax section name. All right, and we are going to open two curly braces. So height 100 v8. Okay, so you see I have that there. Now, if we look at it, you'll notice that those are huge images, and when I scroll down, they are just there. So let's add some sort of parallax effect to it. So to do that, we are going to use the background properties. We are going to use a couple of these. So background repeat, I'm not going to repeat it. So I'm going to say background repeat, no repeat. And I'm going to say background size, let's say cover, because I want it to cover all of my div. And background attachment, I'm going to make it fixed. So I want it to stay there. And now if we view this, you'll notice that it's a nice parallax effect. So let's stop here for now, and let me just copy this link and view it on a web browser, right? So let me open a web browser now. So now on the browser, You see, I have this image of the coffee and it says coffee at the top left. Now, if I scroll down, you'll notice the image of the cake will reveal. So this is a nice way to make a design. And now you see there's some empty space here. Let's try to get rid of that, and I will do it in a second. So let me just go to VS Code. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I want to make sure that my webcam is up. Okay. So you see now we are on VS Code, and let's try to get rid of that empty space. So you see there is some empty space here. I can say, for example, margin dash bottom -20 pixels. Okay, -20 pixels. So you see how nice it is now. So if we save this and let's view it on the web browser again. So let's go to the web browser. Let me bring the edge up. So this is the edge. Okay, and now let's scroll down. So you see now this is the image of the coffee, and now if I go up, you see this image appears. So this is a way that you can add this parallax effect to your web page. All right, so this is it for this video. You can also style the titles, because you see we have added the divs. So let me just go to VS Code again. So you see inside of the VS Code we can select the parallax section. You see we have added the content. So we have added this div on line 29. I have given it the class name called content. You can name it anything you want, of course. And right here I have this h1 element. I can basically say dot content. So dot content and open two curly braces. Let me change the background to white. All right, and let me change the font size to 35 pixels maybe. So font size, let's say 35 pixels, and let's see what we can do. We can change the font family to a different one, so Arial or something like that. All right, so I'm gonna save this, and now let's view it on the web browser one more time. So you see it says coffee at the top. Yeah, so now it works. You see at the top it says coffee, and when you scroll down, your image of the coffee will stay there, and then the cake will come up just like that when you scroll it. All right, so this is a nice effect that you can utilize in your design. I hope this video was helpful, everyone. Don't forget to like the video, and I hope that you like this effect and try to use it in your designs. All right, so I will see you all later in the next videos.